Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battle? Let's see. Oh, we boxing, yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking, defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs, make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Stepping for the title and facial rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I beat no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing, yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking, defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is
For our viewers who don't know, tell them who the original man is.
The original man is the Asiatic Black Man. He's the maker. He's the cream of planet Earth. He's father of civilization and God of this universe. And there's only one God.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Prizefighter with the big homie D Free, representing the BVO family, man. We up in here. I want to start kind of like yesterday. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get where the hell is my AirPods at? Give me 1 second, Free. All right, can you get me? Mic check?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You good? Let me turn me up. All right, bet. Yeah, man, it's your boy Prizefighter with the big homie D Free, man. BVO family, we up in here Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I want to give again, prayers go out to Adam Giles and his whole family, man, the whole Giles family, man. We're going to continue to do that all week long, and it is what it is, man, you know. So shout out to them, man, and prayers to that family, and also shout out to the JBT Network for sure. But Free, what's good with you?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing.
You know, we up in here, me and Free cooking today. If y'all want to jump on, y'all know y'all can jump on early, whatever. But I got a question for Free. You know, Free gonna break it down for us. So who do you think is number one at 135? Now I can give you my answer, or I can let you go first. I don't really gotta say too much.
You can go ahead.
I think Tank is number one at 135. There's no, I ain't got nothing else to say. So what you think?
I agree with you. At this point right now, Tank is number one at 135. If you look at the landscape at 135, Tank Davis is undefeated. He's held his belt the longest out of all the champions at 135. Lomachenko is coming. He's coming off a great win, but previously he had a loss. He had two losses at 135. So I mean, right now, Shakur hasn't really fought anybody at 135. He had to fight with De Los Santos, who's a decent opponent, but the fight wasn't what the fans were expected to see. And then prior to that, he had a fight with Yoshino, and he was relatively unknown. So I mean, if you look at the landscape right now, the three biggest names is Tank, Loma, and Shakur. And out of the three, Tank Davis, like I said, he's held his belt the longest. He's undefeated. He's the cash cow at 135. Loma is probably right behind him, due to the fact that Loma's been at the weight class the longest, and Shakur hasn't really fought anybody at the weight class. but I would say Shakur is number 2 because Loma is coming off the loss with Devin. Like I said, he did knock out. He did stop Kambosos at his last fight, but prior to that, he had took a loss to Devin, and before that, he had took a loss to Tio. But so I would say it would be Tank, Shakur, and Loma, but the vast majority is going to say Tank, Loma, and Shakur.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I got Tank. I mean, if you're gonna go by resumes, I guess Lomachenko will be number 2, and because I don't think he's skill wise better than Shakur, but it's kind of hard to argue your point. He has yet to, I thought De Los Santos was solid, man. A lot of people ain't giving Shakur a lot of credit for that win, but De Los Santos he's not easy, man. But yeah, I would go Tank, Philly, Shakur. There's not really much to say when it comes to them 3. Javante is by far the best. I don't think no one's even close to him. Lomachenko might give him some problems. They're saying, did you see them rumors, Free, that fight was going to be set for November? Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah. That's because that's what Bob has said. So everybody taking what Bob said. That is going to happen in November. So
yeah, I ain't going to run with that, but.
I mean, you can run with it. I mean, Bob is the promoter for Lomachenko, so if Tank is trying to make that fight, he's got to go through Bob. So, if Bob said he wants it in November, I don't see Tank saying no. Tank had a fight almost a month ago now.
Yeah.
So I can't see Tank saying no because it's more than enough time for him to recoup and get back into the lab and get ready for the Lomachenko fight. So I don't see Tank saying no for November.
So what is about a 5-month difference? 4 to 5 months?
Yeah, it's about July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, about 5 months.
Yeah, that's good for Tank. I'd like to see him right back in there.
He have a month off and then get right back in the lab and get ready for Loma if they do make that fight for November.
Yeah. Tank, might as well go ahead and take over that Juneteenth date. It's wide open for an African American fighter to lead the way. Wilder would have been perfect for it, but right now it looks like Javante can do that, so that would be good. I ain't mad at that. November, I would like. That's about right. That's about a good enough time where I would want to see him again. About 4 to 5 months. He go in there and smoke Lomachenko because, like the homie Thomas Hill said on yesterday's show, he was like, nobody really smoked Lomachenko. All his fights that he lost been kind of close, So I'm looking for Javante to spark him out around 8, anywhere from 8 to 10. So I mean, I'm okay with. People don't want to see that. I mean, who do y'all want to see him fight? I mean, I'm all right with the Lomachenko fight. I mean, I don't know what they want from Tank. They want him to jump in and score him now.
I think Tank will stop him. I don't know if Tank is going to wash Loma because Loma is a hell of a fighter. I don't think Tank is going to wash Loma. But I do think Tank will eventually stop Loma.
Yeah, me too.
Loma don't like body shots. Tank is a hell of a body puncher, and Loma don't like body shots. And then Loma has moments in the fight, especially when he's facing against a big puncher, where he will go into a guard and he doesn't be active. That's what we saw that with the Tio fight. He let Tio get off the earlier rounds, and then he started coming on in the later rounds. But by then, Tio had put enough rounds in the bank, so it didn't matter what Loma did because Tio had already won majority of the rounds. So,
he won like with the first 7.
If Loma come out and try to take it to Tank Davis early, like Frank Martin did, he could very well set himself up for a early knockdown because Loma, he does give different angles and he got decent footwork and fast hands. But the thing is,
Solid
Loma is
hands.
not he's not a great big puncher. Not at 35. He's not a big puncher, and we know Tank Davis can take a punch. So all of that he's going to do, Tank is just going to put the high guard up and wait for the shot to open up and catch Loma with something. He's probably going to catch Loma to the body, and then Loma's gonna freeze up, and he's not gonna jump in as much, and he's gonna let Tank Davis end up taking over.
Yeah, I would love to see Lomachenko stretched out one good time by Gervonta Davis right now. You know, that's just me, but everything you said, I pretty much agree with. And shout out to Miss Just Do and the whole Just Do boxing family. Shout out to them. But yeah, I mean, I could see Loma getting work to the body. And you know what? Tank cut the ring off so good, bro. People need to start, you know, there's a lot of Tank bashing channels, and you know, he cuts the ring off very well. You can't run from Tank. Like, that's why I want to see him and Shakur fight, because Shakur gonna be on the move when the bell ring. He gonna be on the move, and I think Lomachenko will too. But Tank is
And see,
so good
that's
at
the thing,
cutting off the ring. Go ahead.
and that's the thing about Loma too. If he does start off fast and Tank catch him with a good body shot and he goes in retreat mode, the thing about Loma is he doesn't fight well on the back foot. Everything Loma does is on the front foot. He doesn't fight well on the back foot. So when he's on the back foot, Tank Davis is going to be able to get off on Loma and work the body and eventually set him up for a big shot. We saw that with Devin. When Devin was pressuring him, Loma would just go into the high guard and try to retreat. But he didn't really throw anything back. When he did throw things back, it was him coming forward. It wasn't him moving back. He would throw a shot to try to discourage Devin from coming forward, but it wasn't nothing with any conviction. So
Right.
he can't do that with a guy like Tank Davis, because Tank Davis, if you're not throwing nothing back, Tank Davis just gonna tee off on you.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Quick?
Shout out to the Queen. 2 Qs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, sis. But yeah, I'm agree with you. Like, I don't think Lomachenko. I think he'll be all right in like the first 5 or 6 rounds, or maybe he won't, because there's been times we've seen him. He won't do nothing until like the round 7, and he do that against Tank Davis. He ain't gonna make it to 8 to 10. Like I said, he's just not gonna make it.
I don't know how much more Loma got in him, because with the Devin Haney fight, Loma he didn't look like the Lomachenko that we used to seeing, with somebody that shows different angles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He did
confused
at moments, but not the entire fight. So with a guy like Tank Davis, who's a bigger puncher than Devin, he's not as tall and as rangy as Devin, but he has the bigger punch.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to. I don't think his body is going to be able to stand up to the punches that Tank Davis is going to hit him with. And now
And you know, Dev landed a lot of body shots on him too.
Yeah, Loma will have moments in the fight, but will those moments overshadow the moments that Tank Davis had? That was the thing that I saw in the Frank Martin fight. Frank Martin had moments in the first 2 rounds, and then as the fight went on, Tank Davis took over, and then the moments that Frank Martin did have, it didn't overshadow the moments that Tank had. And that's why I scored it the way I did, because Tank Davis' moments was much bigger than Frank Martin's moments.
Yeah, it was just like every shot that Tank landed, it was just like, ooh, you know what I mean? When Frank did something, he was like, okay, Frank. You know, it wasn't like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when Tank landed shots, like before he knocked him down, the way Tank was chopping down, bro, like a tree, I was like, man, this dude, man, Gervonta Tank Davis, man, his IQ is a 99 on Madden. The way he cuts off the ring is what I be impressed by. You think you can run from him, and you think he gonna follow you around, but no. People was like, oh, well, why Frank keep going back to the ropes? Why Frank keep putting his back in? And I kept saying that. Why does he keep going back to the corner and to about the, you know, whatever round it was? I realized, I was like, damn, you know, Tank cutting this bull off, man. Bull don't got no choice but to put his back on the ropes, because where else is he going? Tank is forcing him to them spots, and then he explodes, bro.
You see, that's the thing. When Tank Davis going to high guard and he realized you can't hurt him, he's gonna walk forward. He's gonna cut the ring off and walk forward. And you have no choice but to retreat because your punches is not having an effect.
Or if you decide to engage, then that's bad too.
There's only 3 fighters I've seen that has some type of effect on Tank Davis, and it wasn't as far as him being hurt or anything like that. It was just he had to figure out how to get to the inside, and that was Mario Barrio, Ryan Garcia, and Rolly Romero. Because Mario Barrio was 6 feet with the long range. Tank Davis had to figure out how to get on the inside. Rolly and Ryan, they were big punchers, so Tank had to be worried about the big shot, and he had to make sure that he didn't get caught with a big shot. So those are only fights that I've seen Tank Davis had to strategize to get on the inside. Everybody else, he pretty much put the high guard up and back you to the ropes or back you to the corner, and he beat you up.
Yeah, shout out Creo the Traveler, but yeah, I mean, Lomachenko, I don't think he's gonna be able to weather the storm, you know, especially if he starts off slow. Now I thought he started out all right against Dev, but and he can boxers too, but when he goes in there, when he goes against Tank, he's gonna know what he's up against. He's gonna be thinking like, damn, dude, one punch and I can be gone. So maybe that makes him a little gun shy, you know? And if he be gun shy, then you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen if he gun shy. You cannot be gun shy against Gervonta Tank Davis. You're going to sleep. They're gonna have to pick you up like they did Frank. They're gonna have to pick you up.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not too. I mean, I don't know of another fighter at 135 that Tank Davis has to be worried about the power. Now, there's guys that got decent power, but what's going on, GP? There's guys with decent power, but I don't know nobody that Tank will have
scary
to worry
power.
about.
You know, like, oh my God, Tank might get knocked out. Like boxing scholar said, he's never had to deal with nothing like that. Somebody that
I don't know nobody that's at 135 that he has to worry about that with.
And everybody else at 135 too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody at 135, they're either good boxers or they flat-footed. Yeah. So it's really not too many people that Tank Davis have to worry about when it comes to what they're going to do. Yeah. You pretty much know what the fighters are going to do. They're either going to try to outbox Tank Davis, or they're going to stay flat-footed and try to brawl with him.
You're going to die if you try to brawl with him.
I mean, a lot of them are the Mexican fighters because that's their style. They pretty much come forward brawlers. That's the style that a lot of the Mexicans fight. But I just don't see nobody that Tank Davis really have to worry about. It's just, can they be perfect for 36 minutes when you're fighting somebody like a Tank Davis?
Yep,
that's the only
thing like Deontay. You know, can you be
right? And I mean, the only one I could say that probably can do it will be Shakur because of his long range and his defense ability, but he still hasn't been in a ring with anybody like Tank Davis. Now, he's been in a ring with big punchers, but they didn't have the ring IQ that Tank Davis had. Right. So I would say Shakur is probably the closest one that can be perfect for 36 minutes, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
That's tough to ask for Shakur, being as though Tank knows that he's not going to be afraid to get hit by Shakur. You know, Tank going to put that high guard on him. But Shakur's a little bit more calculated. He knows where he's at in the ring better than anybody Tank's ever fought. His footwork and his movement and his ring IQ is way better than Frank Martin or anybody that Gervonta's fought for that matter. But that doesn't take effect the way that Gervonta can knock his ass out too. We never seen Shakur really hurt too bad, but I mean, he'll give him a run for the money. Barrios gave him the best fight to me. Between Barrios and I think Barrios gave him the best fight. He was bigger. Tank admitted that he was afraid to get hit at first until he had to, do what he had to do. And, he eventually got him out of there. So
going on
that
Dr.
win
Mark.
is aging. That win is aging very well for Tank.
Yeah, I mean Mario Barrio, from what I've seen outside of Pedraga, Mario
Hmm.
Barrio did give him
To me,
the best fight. That was the best competition that he has faced
yeah,
outside of Pedraga. Pedraga was a step up fight. It was his first championship fight, but Mario Barrios definitely gave him his best fight. I don't think Leo Santa Cruz, because Tank Davis just put the high guard up and walked the Leo. So I
yeah,
wouldn't say Leo Santa Cruz. Now Leo Santa Cruz had success because Tank Davis allowed him to. He just put the
yeah.
high guard up and walked towards him. But Mario Barrio, Tank Davis had to use his footwork. He has to use his ring IQ. He
He
has
had to
to
do
use
some of everything against Barrios.
yeah.
He had to bite. He was down to. I mean, I don't know if he was on the official cards, but a lot of people had him down. Maybe he was down on the official card. I'm not. I don't remember, but
He
he had
was
to
down.
do.
He was down early in the fight, like round 5, round 6. He might have been down like a round here, around there. But
Hmm.
when he knocked him down, Tank Davis was winning the fight at the time of the first knockdown. He was winning.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he might have
Well,
been down
again,
for a round or
that
two.
that 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 win there is aging like fine wine because Barrios is you know he's
Especially
a
if
tough
Mario
guy.
becomes a unified champion at 47. If he go in there and he beats Stanionis, because they about to fight to unify the belts. If he go in there and he beats Stanionis, that's definitely
That ain't the
another notch.
same guy that Boots back that got injured against Boots, was it? What's that guy's name? That guy's name was
Yeah, that's Stanionis. That's Stanionis.
okay. So he now understand Jonas is planning on fighting Mario
He's
Barrios.
about to fight Mario Barrio to unify.
But what happened with the eye exam and all that?
The who?
You remember that's why he's not fighting Boots because he failed an eye exam. So all of a sudden his eye is okay now.
That was a while ago, because Boots was about to fight Cody Crowley.
Cody Crowley. I get them two mixed up all the time. My apologies.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it wasn't Boots that Stanionis was about to fight. It was supposed to have been Stanionis and Virgil. That's who it was. Stanionis
Right.
and Virgil, not Boots.
Right. Correct.
Virgil kept getting injured.
Yep. Correct. They had to just scrap the fight altogether. Yep. Correct. I mean, I'm alright with that fight. I want to talk about this real quick. Did you see that Usyk vacated his IBF, and it looks like Joshua and Daniel Dubois is going to go at it for the belt. And shout out to Flawless. What?
No, I
Why
didn't.
did he?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how true that is. Before I got up on here, I always go to check BVO's channel and make sure I didn't miss anything, to like anything. I try to like everything he puts
Maybe
out.
maybe it was a situation where there was an IBF mandatory and Usyk and Tyson Fury had that rematch clause, and maybe the IBF was like, "Nah, we don't care about the rematch. We want this mandatory fight." Maybe that's the situation, because I
Yeah,
don't
so
see a reason he would vacate the belt when he beat both those guys already.
yeah.
He beat AJ twice, and he beat
Hmm.
Daniel Dubois the last fight. He made him quit. So I
Yeah,
don't.
I think people might want to see, because people think that AJ is rejuvenated and, found his second, part of his career, and they want to see him. They think that he's got his confidence back. So I wouldn't mind to see him back in there with Usyk again, just to see, just to make sure. I mean, he beat him convincingly 2 times already, so we probably don't need a rematch unless Usyk wants to be 2-time undisputed. And you know, I mean, I don't understand that. I didn't click on it because it was close to showtime, but I was like, damn, Usyk vacated the IBF. If anybody in the chat can type that in or no, BBO listening, somebody look that up real quick for me, because I saw that and I was just like, damn, well, it is what it is. He did the accomplishment, the IBF, they
I think it
strict
might be
shit.
that situation. I think it might be the fact that there was a mandatory,
Well, who
and
was the IBF mandatory? That's the
I
stuff that
think
I
it
didn't
was.
get it.
I think it was Daniel Dubois.
Danny Dubois, right? Yeah. So I mean, I don't know why Usyk just say, you know what, let me, because I don't know if Tyson Fury's going to rematch him. I mean, is he? Last time I seen Tyson Fury, they had to pick him up outside the club.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Tyson.
Yeah.
He
Appreciate that, Miss Just Do. Smash the like one time for the one time. It's free.
he might he might come back and fight Usyk. I don't know, but most likely he gonna ride off into the sunset.
I don't see Fury riding off into the sunset with a loss. I think he'll fight one of them UK bums again. Maybe he beat up on War Tresor again. I mean, or beat up on Dillian White. I just don't see him skating, on an L.
I don't care. I don't care to see him at all.
I don't
I hope
either.
he do.
I don't either, Free.
I hope he do ride off into the sunset. I don't care to see him
I
at
hope
all.
he just gets picked up and they had to take him off into the sunset. I don't want him riding anywhere. He's a cheater. He's a scumbag. He's just a pig, man. I mean, the heavyweight champion of the world, they got to pick him up because he can't drink. And
well, he was he wasn't the heavyweight champion when they picked him up off the floor.
They definitely
he had just got to beat
right. That shit was
former heavyweight champion.
That was depressing. He had to go drink. He probably did more than just drink because, I mean, but Tyson Fury's a big guy, so he probably can just drink. Because I'm thinking about 4 or 5 shots. I'm ready to like chill after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to. I ain't trying to.
His shots was more like a fifth.
Man, right. That's what I'm saying.
He like the type that'll drink a fifth to the head. Yeah,
like they used to say that Andre the Giant, for the wrestling fans, he can drink like cases of something. They said Andre. Now Tyson Fury ain't as big as Andre the Giant. I'm just saying Tyson Fury's a big dude, so probably a fifth of vodka put me to sleep. But Tyson Fury can hammer probably a couple of them joints. And them damn UK boys, them boys can drink too, man. Them boys can drink. You know what I'm saying? So they had to pick Tyson Fury up, man. I don't want to see him no more. I hope that he never fights again, and that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like you, Free. I don't really care about him, but I was kind of shocked. The IBF, they seem like they follow the rules. They've jumped off track before, but I guess because he was locked in, like you said, the rematch. I didn't get a chance to really dive into. I just seen it on a couple of channels, and the brothers was saying that he vacated. So I was just kind of shocked at that. But he's already did the accomplishment. Usyk technically is just, what is he fighting for at this point? Money? Because he seemed like he didn't care about money, but was he?
Usyk?
Yeah, was he?
I mean, he just fight at this point. He just fighting to solidify his legacy.
Right.
He's a 2-time undisputed champion, 2 divisions. At this point, he just fighting to solidify his legacy because it ain't really nobody else at heavyweight for him to fight unless he go fight somebody like Joseph Parker or he fight what's the guy that beat
Zhang?
the guy that beat
I like to see Zhang back in there.
The guy that beat Zane. That's what I'm talking about. The guy that beat Zane.
Joseph Parker.
No, was it Joseph Parker or was it the other guy?
Joseph Parker has a win over Wilder and Zhang. Let that sit in.
Yeah, okay. So Joseph Parker, it's the other guy, the guy that beat that Russian dude. I mean,
where's he from?
Yeah.
That's what I said, Bentley. Joseph Parker.
Yeah, I mean, but Joseph Parker, I mean, that would be a decent fight. There's those 2 guys that box at heavyweight. They not really no big punchers. They not known. I ain't gonna say they're not big punchers. They not known for their punching power. They known more so as a boxer, far as a heavyweight. They not known for as a knockout artist, but they do have knockouts, but they just not known for that. So that would be a decent fight between Usyk and Joseph Parker. It would be a decent.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I mean, I don't know what anybody expects Joseph Parker. Usyk to do at this point. He's dethroned all of the people that he's supposed to, and AJ twice. he unified with them fights, and then he went on to chase Tyson Fury, and he won that convincingly. For a lot of people, some people said it was, a draw. I don't know what they were looking at, but I thought
it was not even. It wasn't even close to a draw.
Some people, they don't know what they're looking at. I thought that Usyk won convincingly. If they want a rematch, I'm okay with that. It was actually, I didn't care to see the fight. Me and you, Free, we both said we don't care if we see it or we don't. It actually turned out to be a damn good fight. Yeah. And I care to see the next one. I do want to see the next one. If they do fight, I'll tune in. I'll make sure I'm in position and I can lock in and watch the fight. Because the first time, I didn't give a damn if they fought. I didn't care nothing about that. Because I felt as though Dubois got robbed with the body shot and all that. And I felt like Tyson Fury just a cheater altogether. So I didn't care to see that fight. But they fought, and it was a good fight. So we're not going to get up here and cap and hate. The fight was a good damn fight. So if they fought again, I'm okay with it. But if Usyk, if they don't fight,
snap.
what does Usyk do?
Snap.
What we do?
Oh, snap.
What
Breaking news. Tank Davis agreed to fight Loma in November. Loma's done.
There it is.
Breaking news. Tank Davis agreed to fight Loma in November.
So we're going to all see Loma get knocked out because that's what's going to happen. He can't box Tank for 12 rounds. He has the skills to box Tank for 12 rounds, but he can't because once he hit Tank 2 or 3 times and Tank know that boy can't hurt him, he going to, like Free said, he going to walk you down. And when he walks you down, he punishes you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think nobody can beat Tank at 135. If they do, I'd be highly shocked. People say, well, Pitbull Cruz, man, imagine if he had 2 hands the whole time. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Tank was countering Bull a lot, man. Now, Pitbull Cruz, it'll be a good fight now. I'm not mad at that. I just don't want to see it next because I feel like there's more meat on the bone. Because I feel like you got Shakur Stevenson out there. I feel like you got stuff at 140. He got business at 140 if he wants to go back up there. He seemed like he doesn't, but if he does, he got business with Teofimo Lopez up there. So there's some good stuff out there for Tank. So I don't mind Pitbull Cruz again, not in the next. I don't want to see him for the next 2 fights. Give me 2 fights, and then that third, if you want to, on that third one, if you want to do that again, cool. But the next 2 fights, I don't want to see Pitbull.
The only way I want to see a Pitbull Cruz fight is if Tank Davis fighting Pitbull Cruz for the belt that he has. If Pitbull Cruz lose his belt in the next fight, I don't want to see that fight.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a unification. I guess so. Tank did say he wasn't undisputed.
Yeah, I only want to see it if it's for a title, because I mean, if you couldn't beat the man with one hand, what am I expect you to do with a guy with 2 healthy hands?
Right.
The man had one hand. Like I said,
people try to criticize
a small
Tank
part
so
of me
hard, man.
that want Tank Davis going in and just knock him out so everybody can shut up.
Right.
But at the point, I mean, I really don't care to see the fight, and like I said, unless it's for a title.
Not next. Well, Pitbull does have a belt. So I mean, Tank said he wanted to be undisputed. I ain't mad at the fight.
That's at 140. That's at 140 though.
Oh, Isaac is at 40 now, ain't he?
Yeah, he at 40.
Oh shit, yeah. Damn. Yeah, I mean, again, there it is. I don't care to see. That's why I say I don't care to see that next. It's just too much stuff at 135 for Tank. You know, it's a couple. I ain't gonna say too much, but there's a couple little good fights we can get. We can get Shakur. We can get.
I mean, there's guys that people want to see Tank Davis in there with that he hasn't got in there with before. I want to see a rematch, because the Ryan Garcia, he made him quit. The Pitbull Cruz.
Why do we got to see that again? You all you gonna do is quit again.
But like I said, Ryan Garcia, he made him quit. Pitbull Cruz, he beat him with one hand. There's guys that we want to see Tank Davis fight that he hasn't fought yet, like Shakur, like Loma, like Tio, like Devin,
yeah,
and Antoine, Matias. There's a lot of guys that he can fight that we haven't seen him fight yet. Before I want to see a rematch with either one of those guys.
Yeah, I don't want to see any rematches right now. I don't want to see any rematches with Tank. I want to see him fight new fighters. I want to see them fight. I want to see them fight everybody you said except for Matias. Tank Davis will knock Subriel Matias out in like 5 or 6 rounds.
I mean, I'm not saying that Tank won't beat Matias, but Matias is a big puncher.
Matias got smoked. I'd rather see Tank fight the guy he beat. I don't even know that boy's name, but put him in there.
That's the same. That's the same dude that beat Montana Love.
Oh, Liam. Right, that guy, like that. Liam. What's how you say it? For Liam. Yeah, right. I forgot about that guy. He got that big win over Montana Love. Yeah. They put him in there with Tank.
He made that man Montana Love didn't know if he want to quit or he want to fight. That man was like, "Nah, I'm good."
That was
oh,
crazy.
what are you doing? You just said that you good. You don't want to fight no more.
That was
Nah,
crazy.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't know you was gonna stop it right there. No, you quit.
Montana didn't want to get knocked out.
Right. That man made Montana quit.
You know, shout out to Montana Love. I don't think he's a full-time boxer, so
I mean, I haven't heard Montana Love since that daggone beat.
Montana Love, he got a bunch of other stuff going on outside of boxing. That's why I say he's not a full-time boxer to me. That's just somewhere he can get a bag to promote, not to promote, but to better further his businesses outside of boxing. Montana Love seems, I can feel the energy from that come off him, that he's like a hustler type dude. You know, I'm not saying he's a street nigga, but I'm saying he's the type of dude that wants to get money any kind of way.
He's an Adrian Boner.
Yeah.
He's an Adrian Boner.
Basically.
When Adrian Boner was at the height of his career, that man wanted to be a rapper.
No, you know what? I take that back. He wasn't Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner was kicking ass. Montana Love wasn't kicking no ass.
No, I ain't talking about kicking ass.
But other things going on.
Yeah, other things going on outside of boxing. That's what got Adrian Boner off track, because he was partying. He wanted to be a rapper and all that stuff. I'm like, no, just focus on one career.
Rappers want to. Ain't there something with free? Athletes want to be rappers, and rappers want to be athletes. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But a shout out to the homie Bentley. He said if he goes out with 7 hit lists, 1 down, 6 more to go, and it'll be better than the names. I don't know what they're talking about.
I hear what you're saying, GP. The only problem I see with the De Los Santos fight.
Me too. I wouldn't mind that.
Tank Davis go in there, he knocked De Los Santos out. They're gonna be like, he wasn't nobody anyway. He couldn't beat Shakur. Shakur only had one hand. So he ain't gonna get credit. I mean, De Los Santos.
See, that's the thing, JP. My bad, Free. Go ahead.
No, he a good fighter, but he ain't gonna get no credit for it. I want him going in and get these guys that everybody said him fight.
Right. That's my thing. See, the thing, GP, and it would be a good damn fight. And I would love that fight. I would like to see what De Los Santos do against Tank Davis, because Tank Davis gonna probably, be in front of him at times. He's not gonna be like Shakur was a ghost, but he's not gonna get credit from people. Not us. There's not a lot of people like us, GP. Me, you, Free, BVO. It's not a lot of people like us, bro. We're a small community. You know this. The boxing is a small community. We'll give them credit, but they won't give them the credit. It's not going to do any pay-per-views, and they're going to bash Tank to the ground. You know that. But
I ain't gonna say it's not gonna do no pay-per-views. It ain't gonna be no big pay-per-view.
People shitting on this fight now. People running around shitting on the Frank Martin fight now. So I know he ain't gonna sell more than De Los Santos, because nobody.
I haven't heard the numbers on Frank Martin fight. I haven't even heard what
people saying. Reports were going to 200,000. That's the most that I've seen.
I don't know. I haven't even seen nobody report the numbers on Tank Davis. I haven't. I be honest with you. I haven't.
I don't want to start lying on people's websites and stuff. So in channels. So I can't remember. I don't want to do that. If I knew where I got it from, I would say I heard it from D Free, or I heard it from Crush the Legend. I would. But I don't know who. I can't remember. I just be swiping. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't watch everybody. A couple people. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that fight at all. Actually, De Los Santos. I want to see him back in the ring again. I want to, because the same way Shakur had a bad outing, so did he. And I don't think he's about that, De Los Santos. I don't think that's him. He just he was in there with a good technical fighter, and he was just he looked like he was looking for one punch to just crack Shakur.
Now everybody that I see that put up the numbers about Tank Davis pay-per-view buys, they got a question mark behind it. They got a question mark behind it. They all got question marks behind it.
Well, again, I never clicked none of that shit, Free. So
when they put a question mark behind it, there's no need for me clicking, because that's just a clickbait. It basically asking a question.
The bigger channels or BVO be having that shit too, but I'll wait till everybody's talking about it, basically. because I don't want to start shitting on Gervonta's numbers. I don't know what they are. So people might say, well, Prize, you just taking up for black fighters. And no, I don't know what the numbers are. Do you know what the numbers are? So until somebody says, these are the numbers,
I know
or
who
Tank tweet something,
I know
then.
where I can go to find the numbers. I know exactly where I can go to find the numbers.
Yeah, D3 might break that news. He might. We don't know. But again, we don't know the numbers. What real issues? What are the real issues, BVO? The real issues is the kid is a star. The real issues is, what was that 6-fight deal he just signed? How much was that? That's the real issues.
What's that?
The real issue
Prize is here to address the real issue.
That's what I just said.
What real issue?
That's what I just asked him. What is he talking about? What's the real issue?
Tank is running from
Oh my
Tank.
God.
We said this yesterday. Tank Davis can't be running from somebody who's not in his weight class. If you want to say somebody's running, T.O. is the one that left the weight class, not Tank Davis. Tank Davis is still in the same weight class that T.O. was in, and T.O. lost to Cambosa, and he left and went to 140. He didn't want to rematch Cambosa.
I don't think that he can make 35 anymore. That's my personal feeling about T.O. I don't think that he could do it.
I don't know if he could make 135.
Like
I don't know if he can make 135. All I know is Cambosa said we can rematch in the ring after the fight was over, and T.O. said no. I'm going to 140.
Yeah, I think
that's all I know. At that time, he was at 135. He was at 135 at that time. You had just got beat. T.O. was sitting there looking crazy, like, how I lose, and Cambosa like, we can rematch. And T.O. was like, nah.
T.O. jumped in the ring, said he beat that nigga up 11 rounds to 2. So I mean, right. I've never heard of that scorecard, but that's what T.O. said. He won 11 rounds.
I didn't even know they fought. Clearly, I thought they fought 12. I didn't know they fought 13.
Yeah, GP, get your man. GP, whatever.
That man got beat so bad that he didn't even remember that. It was only a 12-round fight. He added a round.
That man added a round. Yeah, I beat him easy. 11 rounds of 2, easy. He was convinced that he whooped him 11-2. But that's BVO.
He probably did in his
sleep. And I can't wait till he gets in the ring with another top contender. He does make good fights, though. I mean, every time he steps it up his competition and everybody think he's going to get smoked, man. He's come up with a win, man. So I do want to see him fight. I am curious. I will watch the Steve Claggett fight with BVO. I'm sure he's going to be watching it. And salute to Tim. But
no, I don't know.
He's a character, bro. He's a character, bro.
He fights down to the competition, and that's the thing. T.O. was not
to it as well, too.
He's not consistent. That's the problem with T.O. He's not consistent. Yeah. Like Tank Davis, he's a consistent fighter. We know what he's going to do. He's going to knock your ass out. He's going to walk you down and set up his shot and knock your ass out. We know what he's going to do.
Or he can outbox you with one hand, apparently.
Yeah, we know what Tank Davis is going to do. T.O., we don't know if he want to be a come-forward fighter, a counter-puncher, a knockout artist. We don't know what he want to be.
He's a better counter-puncher than me, though. He's better catching you.
Yeah, he's better at counter-punching, but the problem is the guys that he's fighting, they got a better ring IQ than him. They're not going to let him be a counter-puncher. The only person that did was Josh Taylor, and Josh Taylor got beat up. Everybody else, they didn't let T.O. be a counter-puncher.
They
didn't let T.O. be a counter-puncher.
Josh fell right into his trap. Josh thought he could back him up and throw combinations, and T.O. was putting hands and feet on him, bro. Yeah, that's
Josh
Taylor
let T.O.
I'm just trolling.
Get under his skin. That's what happened. Josh Taylor let T.O. get under his skin, and Josh Taylor went in there fighting out of emotion instead of fighting his boxing style. He fought out of emotions, and he got beat up.
In his bag, bro. When he said, that's the thing, like you say, he's so inconsistent, dog. It drives me crazy because if you put him in there with Josh Taylor, he's gonna go out and perform like Lomachenko, he's gonna perform.
Yeah, you put him in there with Sandro Martinez.
He get cooked. Put him in there with Cambosa, he wins 11 rounds of 2.
Put him in there with Sandro Martin. That man looked like hot garbage.
And Sandor didn't he drop T.O. in that one?
Yes, he dropped him in the second round, like Kambosos did.
Yeah. I mean,
He got
they
caught
robbed
with a shot.
Sandor on
He got
that
dropped.
one, man. Sandor should have got a draw at least. But
I mean, T.O. got caught with a shot and got dropped.
could you imagine if Tank hit him like that? They gonna have to wake him up. And then they're gonna arrest Tank for assault.
He damn sure gonna get knocked back down.
They're gonna be trying to lock Tank back up if he would have hit T.O. like Sandor did.
That's the thing. See, that's the thing. When T.O. get beat up early or get dropped, T.O. gets on the front foot. With somebody like Tank Davis, if Tank Davis knock you down, you get on that front foot, your ass get knocked back down again because you horrible on the front foot. He's horrible on the front foot.
Terrible. He's not good at all. He's not very good. He's, but we gonna get up ready to get up out in a little bit.
I want him to.
We got the.
I want him
to
try to step on Tank Davis because that means he's gonna get knocked out. He try to step on Tank Davis, he's gonna get knocked out. He's better to let Tank Davis step on him.
And if Tank do follow him, T.O., I don't think it's smarter than Tank to try to set up a trap to do something to Tank. If they fought,
he's not.
I think Tank will walk him down and get close to him, and then ultimately be T.O.'s demise. But I don't think
T.O. has a horrible ring IQ. His ring IQ is horrible.
Yeah. All you gotta do is just T.O.'s ring IQ would be probably like a 80, 79.
Nah. His ring IQ would be like 60.
Nah, he ain't that bad. He ain't that bad.
All you gotta do is look at T.O. in his fights. Look at T.O. fights.
Bad fights like Sandor Martin. He looked pretty sharp against Josh Taylor. Man,
those are the ones that he should be outboxing.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. He should be out. That's what makes his ring IQ horrible. When you in there with guys that's not on your level and they look good. That's what makes his ring IQ horrible. The bad fighters are the ones you're supposed to clearly outbox. It's the good fighters that you're supposed to have some issues and you got to figure it out, not the bad fighters.
But it doesn't seem like he has any issues with the good fighters. That's the crazy part.
He did with Loma on the back half. He did with Loma on the back half. Loma didn't throw no punches the first half of the fight. Loma didn't start throwing punches until the 6th round. Once Loma started going, T.O. had problems.
But Loma let off the gas in them championship rounds, though.
Yeah, he let off the gas in the 12th round.
And T.O. picked it up. T.O. picked it up in that championship round, though.
T.O. had problems with Loma in that back half.
He did from 6 to 10 for me.
Well, I ain't gonna say Loma almost stopped him. Loma almost dropped him. I ain't gonna say he almost stopped him. He had him a little off balance. I don't want to say T.O. was like. It wouldn't have been like a knockdown that where T.O. was hurt. He was more off balance. But yeah, he had him, I don't know if it was off balance or not. I know he got caught with a
from
shot.
6 to
his legs was wobbly.
No, he ain't start fighting. It was the 6th round, right? Or was it the 7th round?
When what?
One of them when Lomachenko and Lopez and T.O. What was the 6th round he started fighting, or was the 7th round?
It was the 7th round he started fighting. It was the 6th round he first started throwing punches. But the 7th round, that's when Loma started fighting.
So I had it from 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I think I scored for Lomachenko. I probably could find that old card on my phone, a screenshot of it somewhere. But I think I gave Loma 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and T.O. came out in the 12th and did more.
Most people gave Loma those 5 rounds, 7 through 11. They gave Loma those 5 rounds, and T.O. won that 12th round.
Yeah, that's how the judges did all right that night. They got it right. I thought that T.O. won 1 through 6, and Loma won 7 through 11, and T.O. won that 12th round. So it is what it is, man. But the Rise podcast is about to come on, man. So we about to get up out of here for the day. We will be back tomorrow. We will be back mañana. And again, man, prayers go out to Adam Giles and his whole family and the whole Giles family. And shout out. Go ahead,
Also, prayers go out to Roy Jones and his
Roy.
family.
Yeah, and his son too, and the whole Jones family. Yes, of course. Big shout out to Roy Jones. And shout out to the JB Network, man. And it's BVO Boxing. It's your boy Prizefighter and D Free, man. Get ready for the Ride podcast, man, and we gone.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got some thrilling news for all of you. We're launching a raffle where you can win a brand new 55-inch television just by making a payment of $10. Yes, you heard it right, just $10. Each entry must be made through Cash App with your name. The winner will be announced live at our GBT meet and greet on July 13th. The more entries you make, the higher your chances of taking home this outstanding flat-screen television. So, don't miss this incredible opportunity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this exciting contest. And remember, with each entry you make, you increase your chances of winning this amazing prize. Thanks for tuning in and good luck to all of you.
Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battle? Let's see. Oh, we boxing. Yeah, we boxing.